Hi there. Here we are with a patient that came in today for an FUE from Turkey. Correction, this is what we're seeing all of the time. This is our common day here. Patients are traveling across the country and across the world to get an FUE procedure. And what we're finding is that they are returning to my office to have me correct what they've had done wherever they had their procedure done. This particular patient is from the Mideast. It was very easy for him to go to Turkey. He went to Turkey. He had a 2500 follicular unit extraction case. He was one of 5 patients that day. He spent about 9 hours in the chair that day. And initially he thought the results were okay. Then they did not put him on Propecia or Rogaine. He ended up losing his surrounding hair. The transplants that they did became exposed. He was not happy with his hairline. He was not happy with the density. And he was most unhappy with the scarless procedure in the back of his head. What he started seeing was how unnatural the back of his hair looked. That's what made him most unhappy. This is what I'm seeing on a daily basis. Patients coming in from an FUE that have a poor result, and now what happens is because they have all of these holes all over the back of their head, when I do my procedure, the strip procedure, they get less hair. It's as simple as a piece of American cheese that doesn't have holes versus a piece of Swiss cheese. Both same size cheese, the American's gonna have more cheese, right? Doesn't have holes. Same concept here. When they do the FUE, he had 2,500 FUEs. They took him way down here, way up here, way out of his safe zone. He could lose this hair from where they took the holes. So for example, on the side here, okay, you can see these holes all the way up here just to get more hair. This can potentially fall out. You can see sometimes when they do too close together, they get a bigger hole. So you'll see bigger holes. When this grows out, it looks very unnatural. It looks very thin and strawy kind of. And as you can see, all these holes now have no hair. They went super low. This is typical for what I'm seeing with the FUE because they need to spread it out in order to get the hair. And because if they take them too close, they'll get these doubles that are happening. And those doubles create holes that are very unsightly, especially when they shave their head or if they try to wear their hair a little bit shorter. You'll see all the holes and the way the hair lays. It makes it look like it opens up. And so this is extremely typical for what I'm seeing on a daily basis. I've said this numerous times. This is what's flourishing my business today. The FUE is my business's best friend, as horrible as that sounds, because all I'm getting now are these cases and I'm correcting them on a daily basis. So buyer beware. The FUE is not as it is explained. It is not scarless. You have more scars. It is not a better way to get hair. You're taking it from the unsafe areas and taking a hair that could potentially fall out. It's not a better result. It's less of a result. You get less hair. You get destroyed follicles. When they punch those hairs out, they're destroying the follicles. So you're getting probably a 25% minimum transaction rate when they try to blindly take these out. So when we do a strip harvest, we're taking a simple strip that's running in the center, in the safe zone of the area. We're leaving plenty of room for that strip to come down, to go up. It's not gonna fall out. Where when they're doing their FUEs, they're taking it from an area that's well above and below that area, so it's more susceptible to falling out when they move it. So I can't say this enough. The FUE is not the latest, greatest procedure. It is one of the most oldest, antiquated procedures in hair transplants. It is the same thing as a hair plug. I've said this countless times. When they punch a hole out of the back of your head and they punch a hole out of the top and they plug it in, hair plugs. They're so outdated, it's comical. Now they reinvented this, called it an FUE, said, oh, it's the latest and greatest. Oh, we have machines and we have robots, and it's all the same nonsense. It's a punch biopsy, destroying the donor, destroying the blood supply, limiting the result, going from areas that aren't sustainable, and it is a complete loser. Mark my words. Josh, anything you'd like to add to this?
Well, this is really great for everybody to see, because this is what I have to answer every day, where everybody around the world is calling and asking if you do FUE. And when I tell them that you don't, they feel like you're not current. And the reality is, it's like you said, not as advertised. Turkey, you could get it for $2,000, but it's just such a long shot that it's going to be done right. Do I think it's possible for the right guy to go there with a Middle Eastern type donor that's phenomenal with a little bit of loss in the front? Can he do well? Absolutely. But what they're not telling you is the donor, as you age, you're going to need that donor. We look at the donor as something that should be kept in the best state as possible for future options. And one thin fine line in the back of your donor is much better than thousands of holes. 2 procedures, you're out of donor and you have minimal results, and then you age and then you have no options.
And then you can't shave your head. They do it so they can shave their head, and now they can't shave their head.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been doing hair transplants now over 20 years, okay? If I sold the FUE in my office, we would be doing so many procedures, it's outrageous. I don't do it. And I don't do it because I like to sleep well at night. And I sleep comfortably knowing I'm doing the right thing by my patients. And I know that this is an inferior procedure with inferior results. You pay more, you get less, a longer procedure, and here's your outcome. This is typical. So buyer beware, and this is what we're doing daily, is correcting these procedures. We wish you the best.